Hey, welcome everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another series. We have a lot of series in planning, and this one is called PeakPedal Racing, where whenever there is like a big race, we're gonna do a quick analysis of what happened and the strategies, the bullshit that happened, and of course we're gonna see who won and maybe why they won in terms of strategy as well. Though I'm not like an avid I'm not like a DS or anything like that. I have a fairly useful brain, or I would believe so. If it's not, then well, it's kind of sad. Anyway, jokes aside, I played a lot of strategy games when I was young. I'm still technically young, but well, that's not the point of the argument. The point is to show that I have some strategic planning and strategic mind. Regardless, um, the first stage, if we take an example, is far from any strategic thing, and it's basically the most brain dead. Oh yeah, actually, I forgot to mention what race. So we're doing the Giro d'Italia overview for the first 9 stages. Tomorrow is a rest day, so we're gonna review it, and each rest day we're gonna do a quick review. And then, of course, at the end of this video, we're gonna do an overview of, well, a preview. Technically, overview is like a quick review, a preview of the next stages until the next rest day. Because until then, we're gonna do another overview of those stages as well. So yeah, the first stage of the Giro d'Italia seems like a simple stage, and it was super flat, not a lot of like climbing technically. So it kind of was obvious, and judging by the list of favorites, it was either going to go to Jonathan Milan, Dylan Groenewegen, or Paul Manier, because this is his. I think it technically it is his first Grand Tour. Maybe it's not. Who knows? And let's take a preview of the stage. Let me close this. By the way, my channel, Road to National Championship, if you're interested in my journey. I haven't posted in like 3 weeks, so that's another thing, but yeah. Stage began super slow. I mean, this Giro has been like probably the slowest Giro I've ever seen. The year where Pogacar participated was like the fastest. This one was the slowest. Actually, one more thing. I really appreciate the Giro for actually broadcasting the thing, like for free on YouTube for everybody to see. It's just an admirable thing. I can't lie. Super slow start, not a lot of action. As you can see, a couple of um, riders went, and well, as you can see, the main teams with the sprinters started to chase. So Soudal for Paul Manier, Little Trek for Jonathan Milan, and please let me speak. And Unibet throws rockets for Dylan Groenewegen. So the break was, I think, Polti visit Malta, excuse me, and from Bardiani, and I think it was another one from another team. No, it was just these two. So yeah, two versus a whole peloton. It was going to get kind of interesting. I don't know why the first streams they don't have any like overview, so it's kind of annoying to like see and like predict. Okay, no, to commentate over. They did get like a healthy gap, and um, if I'm not mistaken, the first stage was kind of interesting because in the end they didn't really catch them. Is it this first stage? I think it is the first stage. Let me check. At the end, it like stair steps. Let me show you. As you can see here at the end, it starts to stair step. So they didn't catch them a little early, and I think the brake tried to go away. Which no, never mind. This is not the one. I don't think it is the one. Probably the next stage is the one. And yeah, cool flipped house, by the way. Um, the end of the stage, teams starting to organize, each for their own sprinters. I think NSN were going for Ethan Vernon, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Movistar, I don't know who they are going for. And yes, Albus in the Koenig, they have Caden Groves. And if I'm not mistaken, it's this section. I don't know when, but there will happen a massive crash that will cause like a lot of the favorites to just stop. Let me see. Let me. Is it here? I don't think it is here. It happened near the end, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe at the start. Who knows? But this was quite a massive crash that, well, eliminated a lot of the sprint. Yeah, there we go. Eliminated a lot of. And I mean, look at Caden Groves. Let me just show you. I feel super sad for him. Like, look at this. Look, I mean, I was showing like with my fingers. He flipped like he went head first. And yeah, Dylan Groenewegen fell. A lot of the favorites fell in this one. Actually, Jonathan Milan and Paul Manier stayed. So they did like do the sprint, but it was Paul Manier who came out with the win. And yeah, actually, I forgot Tobias Land Anderson from Decathlon also sprinted, which is kind of interesting. I thought he was like a GC. Maybe his brother is the GC guy. Who knows? Yeah, the first stage was chaos for the sprinters. Now let's take a look at the results. Well, Paul Manier, Tobias Land, and Ethan Vernon, the podium for this stage. Let's take a look at the second stage. Okay, stages like these are a little bit hard to kind of predict, and especially if you see the like with two climbs in the middle, and it's like 220 kilometers, so it's quite a massive stage. And yeah, um, I thought, I mean, if it were up to me, I would probably assume the breakaway was gonna go, and well, excuse me, I did spoilers thing first, and well, let us check. Okay, let me just shut it down. Slow start with the two Polte Cometa rider, oh, excuse me, Polte Visit Malta riders going in the break and getting a little bit of gap. Actually, a little bit is like 5 minutes. And well, the teams behind like kind of didn't organize at all. I don't know where the strategy part of this video will come in, but we'll see. At this point, I was actually thinking, well, this seems like an interesting place to launch Vingegaard. And yeah, well, we'll see. So who was pulling in the peloton? And I mean, my internet is quite garbage, so yeah, it was NSN and Team Visma. And the crazy thing, okay, so everything goes same until the near the end, where the rain started, and the biggest incident happened around here. So they were going on a downhill, and one of the UAE Emirates riders slipped, and it caused the whole UAE team to go into a ditch. And I think it's this corner. Yeah, it is this corner. And yeah, Adam Yates, Jay Vine, Mark Soler, all of them were hit massively and they basically quit. And a lot of GC favorites like Derek G and I don't know who else is here. Yeah, I mean, Santiago Petrago was also like the GC hope for Bahrain victorious. It's crazy. Well, I mean, what can you do? What can you do? If it's a crazy crash, it's a crazy crash. I mean, you're gonna see like Adam Yates has like a lot of blood on his head. They don't show him yet, or they don't show him. I don't think I can show him on YouTube. Maybe I can. And yeah, the peloton slowed down a little bit just to wait for the guys who. No, actually, they didn't slow down. It was neutralized for quite a few seconds. But the problem is, just a few seconds after that, just let them go, and it was just insane action, and a lot of people lost a lot of time at this stage, and yeah, it wasn't the most interesting. No, no, not the most interesting. It wasn't the how do I say it? The most expected. And yeah, Vingegaard attacked with the 152. I think this 125. I think this is Pellizzari and Van Eetveld, and they got a gap. And this is yeah. Well, I told you like if I was Vingegaard, I'd probably attack up here and just like go to the finish, and he did. But well, because of no cooperation, he basically they kind of got caught, and then they got out sprinted. As you can see, it's like they're playing the games, and it's not good when you start playing games. Start playing games, and then when the peloton caught them, it was basically a sprint, and as you can see, XDS Astana take it with Silva. I don't remember his full name. Let me show you. Yeah, I mean, well deserved for XDS Astana. They took it with force, more or less. And yeah, it was Silva, Guillermo, Thomas. Well done. Well done. Second in Florian Stork and Giulio Ciccone, surprisingly, is here. Christian, I think, got a yellow card from. I think, I don't know why he got it, but well. I mean, he does move a lot, so it's kind of crazy. Anyway, stage 3. I can't lie, like, these stages are probably the most difficult to predict. Mainly because if there is like this much difficulty, like in the middle, a lot of sprinters would just get destroyed. And yeah, it is basically what happened. Let's us check the stage and what happened. So, initially, yeah, I always forget to like mute the thing. Well, 3 riders, Bardiani and 2 Polti Visit Malta riders went. Peloton quite chill for some time. And well, after a few tens of kilometers, the real strategy started. And okay, well, not yet. So XDS, I mean, uh, if you take a look at this stage, you'd probably think they would slow down things to get the sprinters on top of this climb, and then it's a downhill basically to the finish, and then you would have a mass sprint. But as you can see, like XDS, they are more or less they've turned into a sprinter team at this point. Uh, Sudal for Polmanier, Rockets for Grunwegen, EF. I don't remember who the sprinter is. I don't know why UAE are here. Like they shouldn't be here because they don't have anybody to sprint. And well, a few kilometers in, the when did this start? So XDS are all on the start because they have the pink jersey. So well, they wanna honor it, which is kind of a weird way to say they wanna just pull for no reason, even though they're not the favorite to win the Giro. And then let me. Am I mistaken, or is this not the stage where they went ham? And yeah, Dilly was quite ill, so he basically quit. That's all I can say. I think this is the stage where they went ham, no? Okay, I'm mistaken. I am mistaken. This is not the stage where they went ham. Anyway, so the from what I can see, all the teams got over the climb, and well, it's mostly downhill from this point on. So I think Visma started to go to the back, and they would let the sprinter teams do the bulk of the work. As you can see, it's a good strategy. Like, I, if I'm like going for GC, I don't have a reason to stay at the front. And this is the stage I thought which they gave the the breakaway a lot of hope because they couldn't catch them like in the last 10 kilometers, and it's like it's stair steps as well, and it was, as you can see, like it's quite difficult to catch them, and they were going like 100%. They thought they would have a chance, but I mean, it's quite difficult with the sprinter teams following you. And this is where the let me see. Okay, and this is where you can see Excess Astana. They go in. It's quite a like a straight road, and they have a turn, which is something I truly hate about the Giro this year. Like in sprinter stages, they are having like this weird thing where they have like the road, and then they have like a turn at the end. Like, why couldn't you just keep it straight and did like a sprint? Like, look at this massive road. Like, if every team went like line by line, they would still have space left. And yeah, it's like a big mistake. So they gave the breakaway hope, and that is not something I like. Because like, if you want to win the sprint stage, you should probably not do that. And a lot of the sprint teams like Blue, a lot of their like riders trying to get the breakaway back. And then let's see, like this is the last kilometer, and the breakaway is still out. And then the sprint started. It's a turn at the end, so it's kind of dumb. Jonathan Milan started from way, way back. And then Paul Manier just caught him. And Dylan Groenewegen surpassed him at the end. I think it's. No, Dylan Groenewegen was third still. The problem with Jonathan Milan is that I saw his wheels started playing all. You can see like his wheels started playing all around. And yeah, this surface is probably not the best one for sprinting. So yeah, I mean all his power went into thin air. Stage 4. I don't know why they love this style of stages where it's like a single massive climb like in the middle. Um, this one, I mean, I saw the 14.4 at 6%, and I was like, sprinters, well, I don't think you can do this. But also from a GC standpoint, I was like, okay, so let's say Vingegaard attacks here. He has like nearly 50 kilometers of road to go. I don't think he would do this thing solo. And well, let us check the stage. Stage starts quite slow. I always forget to mute the audio. Quite slow. I mean, well, small breakaway went, but where's the real start? Where's the real show of the stage? In the middle of the stage, okay, so this is Thomas Silva, I think, from XDS, the pink jersey wearer. In the middle, um, I don't know why I can't find any pictures. So yeah, it was like decathlon because they thought Tobias Lund would be able to get over the climb, and XDS also because they thought the same thing for Thomas Silva. So Red Bull were also in like a thing, and then hopefully this is the stage that I remember. This one was quite interesting. Well, Arnaud Deli quit. As you can see, he's quite ill, so he couldn't do anything. Let me please show me the peloton. The peloton started to slow down, and this, I think, this is the point where we see a couple of Movistar riders. Isn't this the yeah, there we go. So yeah, then Movistar come to the front, and they start ripping things to shreds. They go insane. They just like went ham on the climb. They used all of their like riders to go ham on the climb, and then people started dropping like rocks. Um, okay, yeah, Tobias Lund was dropped. Jonathan Milan was dropped. I mean, even like Paul Manier like held on for a little bit, and then he was also dropped. I mean, they went crazy, and Nelson Oliveira did like the best ruler job of all time, probably. No, actually, not really. But still, he was pulling like crazy. And well, let me take you to the end of the stage because that's where the rest of the action is. So basically, Movistar blew up the whole peloton, and now they're planning to make it a sprint for I think Eulalio, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, Bernal was also kind of distanced, and the Derek G had a puncture, so he had to drop back. And luckily enough, he had like a group to stick with, and they actually came back in the end eventually. Please show me the race. So they came back because they dropped Sobrero, I think, and he helped them get back to the main peloton. Jan Christian always at the end. I think this at this point. So in the interview, I mean, I'm gonna spoil it because you're gonna have to see the results eventually. So Jonathan Narvaez wins. In the interview, he was like, "Well, Christian likes to race and he's crazy and or whatever." I don't know how he said it, but I think this was part of their plan because you'll see when we come to 5.3 kilometers. So Christian is at the end. We go a little bit further, 2.6, and this is where they start going up like this small ramp to go on a bridge. And this, and at this point, things slow down a little bit, and you will see Jan Christian do like this. I don't know if it's a stupid attack. I thought it was stupid at that point, but you see him like come in, and like he's laughing, and I mean, I was watching this live and I saw him like laughing, and I was like, okay, I think I know what they're trying to do. So they're trying to launch Jan Christian. If he wins, he wins. If he doesn't, they have Jonathan Narvaez. He's very, very good puncher. I mean, he's nearly at the point where he could be a sprinter. And yeah, you'll see things slow down a little bit, and then Jan Christian throws like a massive acceleration. Like, brother is going full on out. Like, he cooked himself at this. And everybody's trying to chase him because they want this to go for a sprint. Especially Movistar, they want this to be a sprint for Eulalio. And they kind of use all of their riders. And at the end, they truly don't have anybody. They only have like here he is. This is Eulalio, Ciccone, and then Narvaez behind him. And I don't remember who this one is. And basically, well, they caught Christian, and then Eulalio launches from like very, very far away. It's like nearly 300. And as you can see, Ciccone launches, and Narvaez just goes ham. And basically, there was no contest at this point. Narvaez like won by I don't know 3 bike lengths or something. And yeah, it was a super interesting stage. Here are the results if you want to see them. Narvaez, Olar, not Olalio, excuse me. Olis Olar. I made a mistake. Eulalio is another guy, which we're gonna get to in a second. Stage 4 was kind of interesting. I mean, I love these stages because they are kind of unpredictable, and you wouldn't know what to expect from anything. Like, they can go crazy at any point. Yeah, let's take a look at stage 5. Stage 5 at this point seemed to me like it could probably be like a place where GC is more or less decided. because I mean it was already decided like on the previous stage because of the Movistar work where they destroyed every sprinter. So any sprinter who was like in the top 10 or top 20 was destroyed. I mean they still came at the end with like a massive group, so it wasn't like the most difficult thing. But yeah, there was like a small ramp at the end, and I thought, well, I think God could use this ramp to launch himself and do some interesting action. Would have been it would be quite interesting. It would be lovely to see some action. So yeah, let's take a look at the stage and how it went. I don't think there is any strategy. I haven't said any strategy in this video from what I remember. Yeah. Stage breakaway goes, and yeah, this stage was crazy. There were like massive winds and like the rain. I mean, even here it was crazy. We had to cancel like our group ride if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, everybody wearing the jackets. The break took like a lot of time to form because everybody wanted to go on it, but at also the same time, like they couldn't. It's like slippery roads, crazy weather. I mean, at this point, there's no strategy; it's just like survival. And uh, a group went up the road, comprising of a couple of UAE riders like Igor Arieta, I think, and Eulalio, and I don't remember the rest. Victor Campanart as well. And Bora started like riding. I don't know why they could have just let. Uh, well, I mean, it's a crazy stage. Like at this point, it's all about survival, and you will see eventually as well. Just a few minutes, it's gonna become like mist and like rain again. Super crazy race, and the one of the most insane endings. So it was at the end. It was Igor Arrieta with Eulalio, and well, they basically had the stage to themselves. But like the crazy thing is, let me show you. So at one of these descents, I think the UAE rider lost his wheel. There you go. Igor Arrieta lost the wheel, or he slid basically, and Eulalia was like at this like alone, and he as well fell. And this is what's crazy. Okay, no, actually, this is not the. Yeah, there you go. No, he didn't. Where is it? Just a few kilometers like after this, he falls as well. Let's skip a little bit. As you can see, because it's like still rainy, and he takes also a slippery corner and also falls. Where is it? Where is it? Let's see. Yeah, there you go. He also falls, which is crazy. Like this stage is the craziest stage. He falls. Igor Arieta also comes back to him, and then, uh, like in another descent, Igor Arieta takes a wrong turn. Let me show you. Where is it? They're going up, and they're going down. And I think it's in around these parts. They're kind of afraid of like falling again, so I kind of understand why they are quite cautious in these descents. And you'll see, like, he took a wrong turn. So basically, at this point, Eulalia should have the win. He should have it. But as they say, he snatched the defeat from the jaws of victory. I know they say the reverse, but like Igor Arieta, like 10 seconds should have been like a good margin for him to win. I think he blew up and allowed Igor Arieta to come back to him and take it. He took the victory. It was crazy stage, like everybody falling, like the rain, hail, crazy. And yeah, I think Giulio Ciccone at this point was the one riding, or like, yeah, there he is. He was like riding the peloton because they don't have any more riders in here. I think he should have just let Red Bull Brahans Grow just like ride. They probably would have if he just let them do it. But yeah, crazy, crazy stage. Stage six was, how do I say it? It's very flat, so it's obviously going to be a sprint. But there's like one more thing, it's kind of cobbled at the end. And that's what I don't like. I mean, we saw the weather in stage 5, it was quite rainy. And obviously, the cobbles on with rain is a deadly combination. Yeah, let's check what happened. Now, let me mute first because now I'm getting used to this. I mean, a lot of mechanical problems from the start for a lot of people. They didn't. They even like did a small crash. Like they had a small crash. The break that one wasn't given like a lot of time. I mean, it's a small stage, 140 kilometers, so they wanted to get it back quite fast. And their track and the Sudal Quick Step board at the front, I think, with Unibet, Rose Rockets, because those three teams really wanted the sprint. It's super boring, so let's go to the end where the real stuff happens. So it is. Let me show you. Where's 10 kilometers to go? Super flat, and you see the teams getting ready for a sprint. Decathlon for Tobias Lund. I think there he is. Jonathan Milan here, and then Unibet, the Oros Rockets. They started to do their like lead out. Lubis Kubic, I think his name is. I hopefully I didn't butcher the name. And they are doing it for Dylan Groenewegen, and their luck is unreal. At the last corner, they fell, and like everybody or a lot of people fall at this part. Like a lot of favorites, like Jonathan Milan and Paul Manier stopped. And I think this is David Ballerini. He takes this opportunity to just sprint for it. He just went for it. And he got the victory. And surprisingly, Paul Manier came third, which shows he has like some super amazing legs for sprints. So he probably should take the sprint jersey. And yeah, crazy, crazy race. The results were Bellerini, Jasper Stuyven, and Paul Manier for the podium, which it was not an interesting stage. This one was super boring. I can't lie. I mean, sprint stages are always boring, but yeah. Sprint stage number 7. I mean, I don't have to say anything. If you see like a climb at the end, it's basically GC time, and that's what happened. Let us take a look. Um, Quite a long stage, 245 kilometers. Yeah, I kind of forgot at this time to do this. Um, a small break went. They had a lot of time on the peloton. You can see his number like 278, 30-second average. It's not too bad. I truly want to be able to do like 278 on my zone too, which would be crazy. Anyway, it was quite windy. I think that's why the peloton was kind of catching on quick. Yeah, 27 kilometers. Actually, it was a tailwind at this point. Well, when they turn back, it's gonna be headwind. I mean, GC teams, Visma, Bahrain. Well, Bahrain technically not a GC team, but still they have the pink jersey, so they kind of have to show some presence and like get the breakaway back if they want any action of some sense. No, actually, I thought they should have let the breakaway go, and they should let Visma like chase it. Just let them, I'm not going for GC. Like I'm not like a GC favorite. You do it. You go and catch the breakaway, and probably Visma would have to ride. Yeah. Okay, let us check the first. Did the breakaway take this stage? No, I don't think they did. I don't remember it going that way actually. Okay. Um, 37 Ks. This is like the final descent before the blockhouse, I think it is. And there we go. Few minutes we start blockhouse. So this one is the breakaway starting blockhouse. The breakaway already like shattering. The holder of the KOM jersey, they fell. I think this is Valgreen, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's not Valgreen. I don't remember the names of the EF guys. The Q36, I think, rider was at the front. He went, and yeah, the peloton was on a mission. The peloton was on a truly on a mission of destruction, and I saw like Red Bull being the one to pull, and I thought that would be like a dumb decision to pull Vingegaard or like pull hard for Vingegaard. They should have slowed down things and just let Visma do the work. You can see like Visma and Red Bull trying to push things a little bit. And when the time comes, as you can see, Red Bull doing probably the stupidest thing, which is pulling Visma and pulling Vingegaard. I mean, if I had Vingegaard, who's the favorite, I'd probably just let his team pull. Okay, things go as expected. The gap is going down, and a deer nearly jumped, which I think it happened in Tour of Hungary where a deer jumped on the road and it nearly caused a crash, but nobody was hurt, luckily. There we go. Bora pulling insanely fast, getting the breakaway back and dropping a lot of people on the peloton. Yolali was surprisingly holding on quite well, which is good. Um, and then, I don't know which point, I'm gonna have to find it, where Vingegaard, there we go. So Red Bull stopped pulling on the front, which at this point seemed like a good strategy, but it's kind of dumb. And there we go. We have Visma pulling on the front for Vingegaard, and they're pulling quite hard. I think this is Briganzoli, and then Sepkus, and then Vingegaard pulling quite hard. And where is it? Where is it? I mean, Egan Bernal drop, Enric Mas drop. Like, man, they were causing a destruction. That's why I told you, like, if I was Red Bull, I wouldn't pull because I know Visma want this kind of destruction happening. And there we go. So Pingazzoli, I think this is the moment where he stops pulling and lets Sepkus do the. Maybe not. There we go. Derek G as well stopped. Damiano Caruso. And there also Sepkus starting to pull. It's kind of actually remarkable that Pingazzoli didn't drop instantly after doing his turn, which respect. Sepkus pulling and Vingegaard, and yeah, you can see the pink jersey. Well, he's cooked. And yeah, I mean, well, to be honest, he didn't do a bad job. Okay, well, we missed the attack. And there you can see, like, Sepkus stops, and then Vingegaard goes, and I think Pellizzari tries to follow him. And they say get too close to the sun and gets burned or something like that. And that's what happened. And I kind of really, okay, I have to give credit to Felix Gall. He can't do shit except climb. Stage 8 seems like a. I mean, I just noticed that my microphone stopped working. Hopefully, it didn't stop for like. Hopefully, it just stopped right now, because if it didn't, and I lost like a stage or two of speech, it's gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. Anyway, stage 8 seemed like a breakaway stage from the start. It looked like it. I mean, it has like short climbs, so anybody going in the breakaway should probably go after the sprint and just try to make it. And basically, that's more or less how it happened. I mean, I think the breakaway got going from the start. No, actually, they didn't. Yeah, there we go. So Leknesund went, and I think a couple of UAE riders went with him, and that's when they had like the initial gap. And yeah, there we go. When they have the initial gap, they well, let's just take a look at the end, I guess. Um, so the chasers, it seems weird. Like there was only like three people in the break. It was Leknesund, Narvaez, and I don't remember the third one. I'm sorry about that. I think Morgado. No, it's not Morgado. I don't remember the name. But basically, only three, and they couldn't get them with like a group of eight or nine, and it seemed weird. Anyway, um, no, actually, the chaser was only one. But yeah, basically, the chasing group they had a lot of. No, actually, it's Michael Bjerg. Now I remember. So he started pulling like crazy, and putting Andreas Lekkerson in the herd locker. And near the end, I think one of them attacked. I think Michael Bjerg attacked first. Yes, he tried to attack, and Leknesund is following him. And then Narvaez counters, and Leknesund tries to follow, and was able to catch on for a couple of seconds, and then just like got dropped. I mean, pulling with two UAE in the break. I mean, why are you pulling when UAE is in the break? Should have just said, well, you are to pull, or you should have just like soft pedal until the group behind you like followed you, and that would probably make it quite hard for Narvaez to win the stage. And basically, well, he tried to follow. He got close a couple of times, but still no luck. The last climb is quite steep, and he's quite a heavy rider. Well, a relatively heavier rider than Narvaez, and that's what caused him to basically like imagine if a pro rider is having like this much difficulty in these gradients. Imagine if I or you went to these gradients and tried to do this. I hope they could show his power at this moment. 350 watts. Well, I mean, I can do these numbers for like 3 seconds. I'm joking, of course. Yeah, you can see like he's having like quite the difficulty. I think these last percentages were like 20% or like nearly 20%. So they hide his power and then now they show it. I wish they could show it when he was like doing the steepest part. And yeah, Narvaez won, Leknes in second, and I don't remember who came in third. Let's check the results. Yeah, Martin, I don't know the name, from Unix again. They had two in the podium. Stage 3, stage 9, today's stage. Let me show you the profile first. It's a Unipuerto. This is probably one of the stages that Pitcock would probably thrive on. I know Pitcock really loves like these Unipuerto stages. I do as well. They're kind of interesting. Well, because like, how do I explain? Like the brake tries to go, and also it's good for the GC, so the GC guys wouldn't let the brake go, and it creates like this kind of action where the brake tries to go and then they can't, and etc. etc. And today's stage was kind of. I slept. I didn't watch it because I was too tired. But it was quite interesting to see the end, where I mean, the first part of the stage is like small groups trying to go with Ciccone. He tried to go, and he basically reached. They both reached the climb. Ciccone attacked at the climb. Let's take a look at the climb. Ciccone attacked the climb, and where is it? I think this is the moment. No, it is not. So Ciccone is sitting like a hard pace for the breakaway to basically drop everybody and try to go solo. And still, even with that, he kind of got caught. Okay, this is the point where Jelly Ciccone like dropped. I don't remember who this guy was. Second guy from Movistar, Aular, I think. No, I don't know. Cepeda maybe. I know Rubio. I see. Okay, and but the peloton was like a minute behind, which I thought, well, I don't think he has enough time to do his efforts. Unlike Visma, were pulling like crazy, and yeah, they really wanted to go for the stage, and so please skip all of these. So the last 3 kilometers of this climb are the hardest, and well, let's see how that goes. Basically, Visma pulling quite hard, and I didn't expect the first attack to come from. Let us check. Um, it's kind of funny attack. I mean, I told you. Let me show you. Okay, so it's like 3 kilometers to go where the attack happened, if I'm not mistaken. Pellizzari dropped, which was kind of disappointing, I can't lie. I thought he would be probably on the podium, but well, he dropped. He's not on the podium. Ciccone was trying to get away from the peloton. I know Rubio got caught, will get caught in a second. And as you can see, Decathlon started pulling. And I was like, okay, are they really going for Felix Gall? I don't think it's a good option. I don't really think it's a good option. And well, trying to get Pellizzari back, and yeah, there you go. Felix Gall attacking. I know Felix Gall can't do anything except climb. Excuse me. I mean, as I told you, like Felix Gall can't attack. He can't sprint. He can't punch. He can just go up climbs. That's all he can do. Basically, he can't descend. Can't time trial. Well, I mean, it's fun to watch. I can't lie. Um, Tried attacking, and well, they caught Ciccone. I think when Felix Gall saw that he couldn't drop Vingegaard, he just like gave up basically. And then Vingegaard did the counter attack. Where is it? In a few seconds. I don't know why Felix Gall kept pulling. He should have just like stopped and let. Yeah, you can see like he has this his weird style, his weird Chris Froome like style, which I don't know. I don't hate. I can't lie. And then Vingegaard will attack. I mean, he had to if he wanted to win the stage. And he dropped him. He got like 12 seconds again, and won the stage basically. Stage one was interesting. A lot of shake-up in the GC. As you can see, in like where is he? Pellizzari dropped, and from what I can see, where is Derek G? Yeah, Derek G is like 14th, quite a way, like quite a way down. But to be honest, I mean, the upcoming, yeah. Speaking of upcoming stages, let's take a look at the upcoming stages. Stage 9 station. So stage 10 is quite a long time trial, which I think has the potential to do a couple of interesting changes in the GC as well. If Vingegaard isn't on his top form for time trials, I think he's gonna lose a lot of time. I think, okay, the winner of this one is gonna be Filippo Ganna, obviously. He's the ex time trial world champion. Stage 11, seems like a breakaway stage. I mean, a lot of these stages you can't predict because of things like this, where the climb is like 9 kilometers or 10 at 6%, which would. Okay, I need just a little bit more zoom. There we go. Where are we? Where were we? There we go. Like these 10 kilometers, 6.2, this allows the peloton to come back to the brake because the brake cannot go as fast as the peloton in such climbs, which makes it quite difficult to predict. But I think this probably would go to the brake. I don't think there would be any GC action just because of this space in here, like 10 kilometers of empty space. But who might say? Maybe they attack up this climb. Who knows? Stage 12. As I told you, like they love this kind of stages where it goes in the middle up and just like goes down. This one, I think it would probably go for the sprinters if they could get up the first climb. Second climb doesn't seem as steep, and because it's like split in the middle, they probably have enough time to recover for the next one. Stage 13 seems similar to which one? Stage 2, I think, yeah. Stage 2, where they have like that last punch at the end. And if Vingegaard is feeling it, he would probably go at this moment and just like light up things. It would look fun. It would be fun. Stage 14, I think this is the Queen stage, or maybe there we still have like one more Queen, like one more insane. Yeah, we still have one more insane stage. Stage, where was I? Stage 14. This one is for the GC action, obviously. 15 seems super flat. It's gonna be a sprint. And yeah, there we go. We have a rest day for the 25th. And that's when we're gonna do our recap for these stages. Hopefully, we're gonna see a little bit more action. Uh, I mean, it has been like one of the weirdest Giros so far, with all of these crashes, weird stage designs with turns at the end. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this recap. I know it's like 53 minutes, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. And also, if you could check out PeakPedal. No, not Pro Cycling Stats. PeakPedal ICU. Please join the waitlist when we launch the platform. And if you want your training, your training, go to app.peakpedal.icu, create an account, and you'll have your. Should probably have my super admin account in here. Yeah, there we go. And you can have your plan generated according to your schedule. There you go. There you go. Well, see you in a few. We'll see you soon, I guess.